Hi everyone, welcome in. A Ton of Threads is out now on console. I can't believe I get to say that. It is out now on Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 and 5. How? So excited for everyone to get their hands on this. And it's also 75% off in the Cerebral Puzzle Showcase on Steam, so go check those out. I highly recommend Eternal Threads. It is a choice making game about time manipulation. So we are 43 here, the guy on the screen, nice gear, right? And we're basically going to be sent back in time to the north of England to save 6 people that died in a house fire. So we're going to basically alter their choices. I love that we can do that. I love choice-based games. We get to try and alter their choices in the week leading up to when they died to try and stop them, all 6 of them, from dying in the fire. That is our job. So I'm really excited to be jumping into this for you today. I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks about the game as well when you jump in yourself. And yeah, let's jump into some Eternal Threads. So, new game. There's actually 2 game modes to this game. So we've got the normal mode, can't speak, which is the full game with all events, decisions, objects, locations and endings available. And then the abridged version, which is an easier, quicker to play version with a reduced number of events and decisions. It will be impossible to fully explore the house, learn all secrets or achieve the best ending. But for now we want to go with normal. So I'm going to just overwrite one of my save files. There we go. Just let you enjoy the music. Excuse me, I was vibing.
That's very good.
Thank you.
Good. Well, okay, let's find you a real mission then.
I like this guy.
That's not too difficult. It's one location. It's good. Good. 6 erroneous fatalities.
That's what we're going to be trying to change.
Okay. To fix this timeline, all 6
He's going to summarize it for you right there.
Only authorized to alter the decisions they made in the week before they died. Change the right set of decisions, and you save them all.
No pressure at all.
Let's find somewhere to drop you.
I'm not
with
scared.
No witnesses. Busy. God, busy always happens to me. Wait, okay, we got something 43. It's a few hours afterwards.
I love this humor at the beginning as well.
It's dark though.
Mm.
Don't worry, I'll send some
It's a dark
lights.
house.
Let's get you when and where you need to be.
Let's go. So,
Initiating crossover sequence.
okay. Oh god, it's going faster. How does this not make us dizzy? I will never understand. But let's jump in.
Temporal crossover in 5 seconds.
I'll see you on the
You
other
ready?
side, 43.
3,
We ready to change some decisions?
1. Temporal crossover initiated.
Oh. Such a cool little screen there.
Temporal crossover complete.
So it will be dark, but we're going to be putting some lights down.
Light drones inbound.
Here we go, little light drones. Hiya. It's a
Light
very
drones
spooky house at the
crossover
moment.
complete.
This is not a horror game, don't worry.
Still in one piece, 43. Good. Good, right, okay, let's get you set up.
Let's go.
Activate your visualizer.
Yeah. So this little handy device is what we're going to be using to basically alter the decisions. It can do so many different things. So here's a location.
Location, Alderbeck, UK. Temporal reference, 4:03 a.m.
You can see the house is all like
20th of
decrepit
May,
and burned down.
2015.
Perfect. Now you'll probably need some boosters, okay?
Oh, you can
Your
walk
system will be
around.
checking now.
Yep. Okay, so
Please
let's go
place
put
Earth
these.
signal booster at location indicated on visualizer.
Okay, yep. So we've got our visualizer. It's in the dining room. It's here in the corner.
Okay, 43. You just need to head towards that little white dot on your visual.
Got it.
Right, okay.
Kind of beat him to it. I like these. These little signal boosters. My little sort of robot friends. Make me feel not so alone. In this spooky house.
Please
So the
place
next one
second
is in the
signal
living room.
booster.
So let's go into the living room. Open the creaky door. Hi, look at the little light drone. Hello. Making it a little bit easier to see in here for me. Thank you. Here's the second one. I think we've got to place a third one. I love the attention to detail in it as well. Like when 43 crouches and you hear the suit sort of creak, like the leather and everything creaks. Good attention to detail. I love
Please
looking out the
place final
window.
signal booster.
I'm not gonna lie. It's all rainy and pretty. Final signal booster is upstairs. So yes, different floors. If the target of the visualizer is located on a different floor, the white dot will be replaced with an arrow. An up arrow means the target's above you, while a down arrow means the target is below you. So we want to go upstairs to this half landing. It's a half landing because there's another set of stairs here. And place the final one. Oh, look at these little family photos and stuff. We'll get into that. I can't wait to meet these characters again. Last one. There we go.
Activating signal
Thank you.
boosters. Initiating scan.
Yeah, it gets a bit creepy for a while.
Scan complete.
Corruption detected.
6 erroneous fatalities.
Here they
confirmed.
are. Here's our
Conclusion event
dead
determined.
people.
Location transfer to visualizer.
Right, so we're gonna go and view our first event now. So you can see it here
System is
beeping.
logged in. Good, good, good. Okay. Go follow the target on your visualizer and we can see how the story currently ends.
So as you can see, the fire, once we go and activate this event, that's the firefighter putting out the fire that happened, that killed everyone. So we will be going ahead and watching the event. This is how the story currently ends before we change anything. Like this. Not good. Of course, we're free to walk around. It doesn't affect us. So we can just walk straight through it. Just have a look around while all this is going on. So you've got the firefighters trying to put it all out. Makes me very sad. To literally watch it burn. It was kind of a nice house as well, I'm not gonna lie, to be honest. Quite a nice little house. Little light drones. I'm guessing that was them going upstairs and like finding
All
the
6
people.
should have survived, but time is being corrupted and now they are very, very dead.
Uh-huh. It's okay. It's our job to change that.
All of this, of course, 43, but forecasting is saying this has major repercussions
Yeah,
further
we
down
can't
the
just simply
timeline,
stop the fire. We've got to
which
change
is
the
why
decisions.
You are using a scalpel instead of swinging a axe.
Analyzing timeline.
I love that way of
Evaluating
putting it.
events. Time map available.
Ah, good, okay. Open up your time map and I will talk you through it.
Okay, so let's have a look. So why for the time map?
So
here's all of our characters.
Time map 43. The large hexagon is a conclusion event.
Yeah.
And you can return here and
So the
rewatch
hexagonal
it
events
anytime.
is the final event
Small
for each
hexagons
character.
are the final events for each of the subjects.
Mm-hmm.
If you change someone's fate, then both their final event and the conclusion event will change. The white events are all part of the current timeline and can be watched at any time and in any order.
Yes, you can jump back and
The
forth
gradient
if you so
events
wish.
are potential events from alternative timelines and cannot currently be watched.
So we want to try and unlock these.
If you change a decision which alters the timeline, some events will change state from one to the other. Once you have watched a decision, 43, it will appear on the map as a diamond, so it is easier to find it again later.
This guy's doing my job for me.
Portraits at the top
Stop
will
it.
show you who is in each event, as well as whether they are alive or dead on the current timeline, 43.
See the little skulls.
And this is the earliest event on the timeline. Like the rest, it currently has a question mark because it has not yet been watched. While only you can choose any event in any order, 43, let's just start here for now. Select this event, and I'll check everything is working as it should. Do you understand?
Okay, I get it. So, yes, I will be jumping into the time map in a little bit more detail once we've watched some
Just select the
events.
first event and
So I'm just going to start the first
Let's
one.
go.
So Tom's
Day
room.
one,
Let's
Wednesday.
go look at the creepy doll.
0800.
I always
Location,
forget about that.
Tom's room.
Freaks me out every time. Tom's room. Let's go. Ooh, very creepy. Hello, Tom. So, in a little bit, we are going to get to make a decision. So we can either continue with the choice that was already made by Tom, or we can change his decision to try and alter the timeline. I believe he's having trouble with his bird.
He's looking better. Aren't you, Frank?
This baby.
Aren't you, Frankie? No, it's not as often. But he's still pulling out his feathers.
Oh, he's probably under stress. Poor baby.
Yeah,
Little Frankie baby.
I talked to the vets. They want to keep him overnight. I just don't know if that'll cause him more stress, you know?
Potential corruption points, so we get to decide now.
So decision 43, this is fortunate. You should try and change it, okay? So we can make sure everything is working properly.
Yeah, so his current choice was to wait and see if Frank gets better on his own. But we're going to change it to book the vet appointment for Frank. So alternative choice made. I love that. That's so cool. Now let's see.
Yeah, you're right. They had an appointment for next Tuesday, so I'll book him in for then. Sorry, that's the door.
I want to look
So
at
I've gotta
him.
go. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Goodbye.
Right, so we made our first decision. Where you going?
Oh,
Come back, Tom.
43, the birdcage is gone.
And now Frank lives.
Okay.
Fates of
This
Ancillary
means
Avian
the visualizer is working
changed.
properly and you're fully able to change the timeline. And as a bonus, the little birdie also gets to live too. Everyone's a winner, eh?
Yay!
Anyway, probably best to head back
We
to the time
saved
map and select
Frankie.
another event. Yes?
Yes. So we will do that in just a second. Right. Had quite a nice room, to be honest. Let's look at some of the stuff around here. So yeah, Bottomley's Botanics, Wonder Grow Liquid Feed, Potting Compost, a little bit of gardening going on. So in each room, there's going to be items that you can pick up, turn around, discover, little things you can look at, drawers you can open, like this one. So we can see in here, this is his logbook. So Tom is basically like the landlord of this little house, and one of his tenants didn't actually pay rent. So you can see paid, late, where is he? And then put his things in the safe. So this person seemed to just stop paying rent and disappear. But that was Brian Scott. Right, cool. Shut the drawer. I always have to tidy up after myself. And like shut the drawers and stuff. Let's have a look, see in the wardrobe. Anything good in the wardrobe? This is the last will and testament of Barbara Monroe, also known as Barbara Wilson. So this is Tom's mother. I revoke all my earlier wills, codicils, and testamentary dispositions. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says I give the remainder of my estate, out of which should be paid my funeral and testimony. I can't read expenses and my debts. I can't read big words, okay? To my trustees on trust for sale with power to postpone sale without liability for loss. So we have a copy of this in our wardrobe. Nice, okay. Put it back. Let's open this drawer. Oh, look! So it's sort of organised, I guess. At least the middle is, and then there's just stuff just squashed down the side. Nice, Tom. I could not fit all of my... I keep pressing it. I could not fit all of my clothes in one wardrobe. Like, kudos to Tom. Really has any clothes in that wardrobe. So let's go back to the time map. To move more quickly, you can use LB or RB to move forward and backward by day instead of by event. In addition, double tapping these buttons will quickly move you up and down the timeline between the start and the last selected event, the last decision changed, and the conclusion event. So you see how I'm hopping ahead like this? Yeah, I like doing it this way. It's a very, very busy way of doing it. And then there's the little hexagons at the top. So you can see that's highlighting Tom because that event was about Tom. And which event shall we go and jump into next? The very next one? I love the titles of these things as well. Like the title of the event is To Vet or Not To Vet. That is the question. Right, so we can actually see a summary right here as well of the event. And let's jump in to the next one. Oh, here we go.
Decided to send his budgie to the vet. Then the doorbell rang, so he quickly finished the call and went to open the front door.
Yeah, so if you press the left analog stick, if you're on a controller, I'm on a PlayStation controller, then you can actually hear or read via the subtitles a very quick summary of the event that you just looked at. And let's jump straight into the next event.
Day 1, Wednesday, 8:01. Location, Hall.
You can raise or lower it by pressing B. It must be raised in order to watch the currently selected event. So when you're walking around the house, you have it down like that. When you want to watch an event, you see how it's not visible till I've actually got my scanner raised. So let's watch event number 2.
Hiya, you must be Linda. Come in.
Oh, thanks.
Hiya.
Hi.
So she's basically going to be moving
Well, it's
in.
good to see you.
Oh, and you. It's good to be here.
So we've got 2 new characters
this
here.
is Tom. He's the landlord.
Don't know what I would have done without you.
Look, I've just got a spare room.
That's not all your stuff, is it?
Oh no, there's more in the car.
Keys? Right.
There's never
back
just
in a
one
minute.
bag.
Okay. So, how about a quick tour?
Lead on.
The voice actors in this game did such a great job as well. Crossing the threshold. Unfortunately, moving into this house is what sealed Linda's fate, and she is now very, very dead, as Control put it. Not just dead, very, very dead, apparently. So we can actually, if we want to jog around the house, they can press the right trigger button as well, just to make things getting around a bit quicker. I don't want the camera to be too jarring, so I'm not going to do that too much. But we can literally fully explore the house, have a look around at everything. This is Tom as a kid. So our Tom's starting his new school. You could pinch those cheeks. What a little cutie. I want to close the drawer. There you go. I always have to close everything. That doll is the scariest thing I have ever seen in my life. And some whiskey on the shelf. Okay, cool. Very, very rusty stuff. And I believe that was my ibuprofen that I just saw in the drawer. So some rooms aren't going to be available to us at this point in the story. We have to find things around the house and find like this back door here, for example. You can't get into it straight away. You have to be able to. You have to find a key in one of the rooms. So I'll just show you quickly.
That is unfortunate, 43. You will need to get this door open to access all the events that took place outside.
Yeah.
Maybe you can find out where the key is from one of the events inside the house, huh?
Yeah. So the more events we watch as well, the more secrets we'll uncover, and we can eventually find the key to get outside and see the outside events. So I like that there's stuff like that as well. We've got to look around and discover, not just watching the events. I do really like this game. So wrong button. I wanted to go to the time map. Thank you very much. Right. So if you press what I'm using as the right trigger right now because I'm on a controller, it will actually show you like a line to all of the connected events to this event here. So see the little circle that's forming? It will actually form a direct line to any events that are connected to that one, like directly connected to this one here, crossing the threshold. Of course, we haven't watched many of the events. Lots of them have question marks, but there is that feature. Let's start
Day
on
1,
event 3.
Wednesday, 8:04. Location, kitchen.
Let's go.
And here's the kitchen. Guys, this is Linda.
Hi.
Linda,
Hi.
this is Ben and Jenny.
Like the ice cream?
Yeah, I always give it
That's us.
Ben and Jerry's.
We're just so sweet, aren't we, honey?
Ah, we certainly are. Though, I'm also a bit late for work.
Dr. Ben, I presume?
Oh, the uniform.
Yeah, the scrubs.
Well, that, along with your excellent bedside manner with the young lady in pyjamas.
Oh, she called me young. She can stay.
Unfortunately, I can't. See you tonight.
See ya.
And I guess I'll see
So
the
they
two of
also
you
live
later
here?
as well.
In this house.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
We will
See
see
ya.
more from them in a little bit.
Right, time to see your room.
Right, Linda's room. Like the ice cream. It is cute. Ben and Jenny. So close. So close. If only her name was 2 letters different. So this is Linda's room. We'll see an event in here, the next event, in a short while. So that not all of them have choices. So that little one that we just watched there doesn't have a choice that you can change. So this is Linda's room right here. I love the Born to Rock poster. Very, very cool. Nice bed sheets before they all got ruined. There's not always this. There are like some empty drawers and stuff as well. A mobile phone, and we can read people's text messages. I love going through people's private stuff. Only in video games. Only in video games. So, look, love, it's not forever. Like I've explained, I'll see you Saturday. How was school? Okay, I guess. When are you coming home, Mum? What have you had for tea? Pizza again. Mum, you promised it would be soon. I'll pick you up from school tomorrow and we'll go home. You're coming home for real, for good. Yes, brush your teeth and go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. So, this is Linda's child. So Linda's moved into this house, and she's away from her child for now, and she's been promising him that she's going to go home, and as we know, she doesn't get to go home because the fire happens. But we're going to change that so she can see her child again. So look for a little bit more of Linda's story. Lynn, what's going on? You weren't making much sense. I can press, yeah, you can press A to do this. Or you can transcribe it, basically. So if you can't read any of the handwriting or anything that's in any of the letters like this, you can actually bring up this menu just by pressing A to read. And there you go. Now it's popped up for us. Oh my goodness. Lynn, what's going on? You weren't making much sense last time we spoke. Then I come home to find you gone and a note stuck to the fridge saying you're leaving me. Kieran read the note. You know, he's really upset as you're not answering your phone. I asked Anthea, I don't even know how you say that name, I'm so sorry, to pass this note to you. I just want to talk about shouting and screaming. Without shouting and screaming, I know you've been under a lot of pressure at work and that's what really caused all this. I told you it was a mistake going back. It's just too demanding when you've got me and Kieran to look after. Let's meet up and get over this and get back to normal for Kieran's sake. So she's left Harry So I'm just showing you a little bit more of Linda's story there before we jump into the next event. So she's moving into this house because she's leaving Harry, which meant she had to leave Kieran behind, and that's why there's those text messages between her and her son, because her son's like, when are you coming home, mum? It's a very cool room. Very nice. I'm so sorry that I had to shut all the wardrobe doors and stuff. Let's watch another event. So the third one. Let's do them in order. So wait, did we just we watched the third one, didn't we? Yes, I did. The ice cream. This is what we want. The one in Linda's room.
8:09.
And this is you.
I'm assuming it was a lot
So,
nicer
was
before the
it?
fire.
The previous tenant, born to rob?
Well, he certainly wasn't born to stick around and pay the rent. But
I love the
doubt it.
humour.
Why?
He's left his guitar. I'll get rid of it all for you.
So we do actually get to make a decision right now. So if you rewatch a decision, a button will appear next to your device. Pressing the button will pause the event and allow you to select the outcome without having to wait until the decision point. If you change the decision, the event will jump forward to the decision point and then continue onwards, showing you the new result and ending. So I'm going to, so the current is that she says leave the guitars and the posters. You don't need to take them down. Or we can say take everything away. I'm going to say take everything away.
Yeah. I know I'm not in Kansas anymore, but my days as a rock chick are way over.
Sure thing, Dorothy.
Where do you want these?
Oh, just put
Oh.
them anywhere, Toto.
Hello.
What?
I love their dynamic that we'll be getting into. Not in Kansas anymore, so we have now changed it. Yes. So let's have a little quick summary.
As Tom showed Linda her bedroom, he spotted things left behind by the previous tenant and offered to remove them. Linda thanked him and asked him to move them just as Neil arrived with her bags.
So you see at the top, obviously, of course, everyone is still very much dead. I haven't really changed that many events at the moment. But there are actually different ways of changing the choices that you make. So you can go in and rewatch the event again. You can, like the whole thing, the whole event again. You can jump in and press A to skip to just the decision. So instead of having to rewatch the whole event, you can just jump in and press A to skip to just the decision point. And then have it play out rather than having to watch the whole event. Or you can do it right here from the menu. So X the change, and then I could change it back to the Linda was introduced to her room and was fine with the extra junk in it if I wanted. And you can see how that affects the timeline. And I'm going to change it back. I'm going to actually say I'm going to keep everything in the room. That's what I had decided. So, and you can see the little hexagonal ones up here, each character. So the portraits at the top of the map, highlights show which characters appear in each event, as well as whether that character is alive or dead at the end of the current timeline. These portraits can also be used to filter the time map. I was getting to that point, okay? Select a portrait or multiple portraits, and the time map will show only the events in which those selected characters appear. So if you're trying to change just a certain character's decisions, that certain character's events, you can also do that by selecting their portrait, and it will just show any and all events that that character is involved in. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to event number 5. Let's do the next one,
Wednesday, 8 p.m.
which is in the
Location,
hallway. Right, let's jog down the hall. So you can see the little arrow on my little machine. You'll see the arrow pointing downwards to say it's downstairs, in case you ever can't find your way around. And we have Ben in this event. Ben and Neil.
Hi, Neil. Anything for me in there?
So here we go. So currently he says don't think so, or he can double check and make sure that there's not only post that he might have missed, that Ben might have missed. So I'm going to say I'll double check.
Hold on, I'll double check. Oh, wait, yeah. Here you go.
So now he's
Cheers.
received mail,
Can I squeeze past?
which he
Work.
didn't receive before.
Yeah, sure. See you, Doc.
See you, Neil.
See you, Doc. Right. Just have a look around well. So you've got the continue button, the settings button, there's all these that you can change, and the help menu, which has all of your controls and everything. So there is an overview as well of the game if you would like to read this. So I'm not going to read all of it, but you are Operator 43, a recently qualified time-travelling operative working for the Second Chance Project, tasked with fixing corruption in the past and restoring the time stream. You've been sent to the north of England in May 2015, where 6 people died in a house fire. So we know we can't stop the fire because there's repercussions further down the timeline if we do that. So instead we have to change the decisions that the characters make in the week leading up to the fire. And yeah, so you can read more about that if you so wish. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So events, this got a description of everything. We can read about decisions and influence. So the biggest impacts change the timeline itself, with the effects of decisions sometimes altering later events by greying some out, while others change to white. So there's some greyed out in the timeline because on the time map you can see that there's some events greyed out because they happen in an alternate timeline. So once we change decisions, some of those will unlock, but then it will also lock other ones depending on what choices you are changing. And once a decision has been watched and identified by the system, its shape will change to a diamond, so it's easier to find and return to later. If the decision has any effect on future events, dotted influence lines will be drawn, linking it with the events it affects and can change. That's what I mentioned earlier about I can't really view that at the moment because I haven't unlocked that many events, but if the decision has any effect on future events, dotted influence lines will be drawn, so it connects them. If an influence line goes back from an event to a decision, changing that decision will affect that event. This could turn it on, off, or even into a decision itself. Some events require multiple decisions to be changed in order to be changed themselves. So changes and filters, so you can read all about that as well. And the end of the timeline, at the far end of the timeline, are a series of hexagon-shaped events. These are the final events for each of the housemates, based on the previous choices and decisions, reveal whether they live or die at the end of the current timeline. Each housemate will have one final event active at any time. The results determine where they are and whether they are alive or dead in the conclusion event. So there we go, changing the timeline can change bios, final events, and the conclusion event. Once you successfully save all the housemates, a new event will appear. So speeding things up as well, so like everything I said earlier about you can change, there's 3 ways of changing the decisions. You can watch the whole decision through, the whole scene through, and then change the decision. You can press A to skip to the decision without having to watch the whole event, or you can change it directly from the time map as well. And also, yes, change mode. If you find the game too difficult in normal, then there is an abridged mode, as we saw in the main menu earlier. And then there's mission strategies. So I love that they give you the option of this. So we can investigate. If you're saving subjects by changing their decisions, you'll first need to understand who they are and how they react to different circumstances. The more you know, the more you can predict how to change their fates. How did they die? If they died, find out how. If one goes swimming and gets eaten by a shark, the obvious solution is to stop them swimming or prevent the shark from being there. However, think outside the box. Maybe you could feed the shark so it wasn't so hungry, etc, etc. These are all the different things you can do in the game. That's all in the help menu for you to you're able to look at any time. And I'm just going to have a wander around the house a little bit more, a little jog around the house. So we changed that event there so that Ben did actually receive his mail. Because in the original timeline, I think Neil just decided, no, I didn't see any mail that had your name on it, and didn't double check. So Ben didn't receive the letter that he's now received thanks to me changing the decision. A handbag there, still in quite good condition, to be honest. Considering it's been in a fire. I love looking at all this stuff, like the little takeaway menus from when they've had, like, you go, here's the Indian restaurant and takeaway, when they've had, like, meals delivered. And you can look at the menus. Some of the prices, though, are like so much better than what you would get nowadays if you actually ordered a takeaway. That's not the only takeaway menu in the house. I will find another one as well. Let's see if we can go to my least favorite place. Nothing's gonna jump out at you. Don't worry. This is not a horror game. I feel like I need to reiterate that to people. But this is still my least favorite place in the house, just because it is a dark, creepy basement still.
Some form of temporal abnormality. It does not appear to be in this room, but it is very close, so please watch out.
But don't worry. Nothing's gonna jump out at us. Just to let you know, because I know some people can be like, oh gosh, please tell me if I'm going to be jump scared. I don't want to be jump scared. Right, so this is my least favorite place. Just because it's a dark basement. Ironic.
43, that this is what they call irony.
Yep, if they had that, then we wouldn't be having this issue. A smoke alarm. Wow. So here's another little thing as well. So I mentioned earlier about Tom's mother, Barbara. This article is actually about her. So obviously that's difficult for us to read. So we can transcribe it like this. So local girl does good. Barbara Monroe, the daughter of local mill workers, got her passion for photography from her father. Her photographs have been described as bold and uncompromising because she won the prestigious Sterling Photography Prize last night. Okay, I'm just trying to skim it all for you. Recently married, Barbara's decided to take a small break from her career to start a family, aka have Tom. And yeah, this is a nice little article about her that you can read. So there's lots of little things around the house that you'll slowly be like, oh, that's connected to that. That's connected to this. There's just this wardrobe here. And this one. This one is locked. Cannot get in here yet.
Why lock an old wardrobe in the basement? How curious.
Why indeed. So there's certain things we've got to do to be able to open that, just to let you know. And also this down here, we're not able to get into just yet. So I forgot, I think I've mentioned it already, but you can raise and lower the little machine in the bottom right. You need it up to be able to watch events if you're actually trying to watch an event on the time map. But if you're just wandering around the house and you just don't want it there because it's kind of getting in your way, you don't like having it there, you can actually just press B to hide it. I think my voice cracked there. What was that? It's not because I'm in a creepy basement.
Well, at least you're not searching for a key, 43.
Yeah, so we know now that there's somewhere in the house with a combination that we can use to try and open this. And here is another phone. So this is somebody's phone. Look, Miranda, we need to talk about last night. Don't worry about the marks. They'll heal in a few days. So this is someone's private text messages. So I'm reading right here. And a very conspicuous, kind of ominous stain on the floor that I have several questions about. And I like the posters in here as well. So this is like the little games room. And a projector screen. And an old mouldy apple, half eaten as well. Lovely. Let's see what we've got in here. Crystal Lake, true story. I'm sure it was. Can I do anything? Yeah, ooh. The little pool table. Here's another one of the little takeout menus. Look at these meal deals. Imagine getting all of that for that price nowadays. I'm sorry, but it definitely would not happen. Like, look at this. What's this? Let's pick one of those. Okay, so chicken selects 2 fries and 2 drinks. Right? Cans of drink for $8.90. I swear to you that would be about £15 now. Chicken burger, fries, and a can of drink for $4.50. Hello, Five Guys. Definitely wouldn't be able to do that now. Oh. It's not that off. This was 2015 when we are where we are in the time stream right now. We've gone back in time to 2015. And the light switch doesn't work. That's always good to know. When you're going into a dark, scary basement. It still freaks me out. Nothing's gonna jump out, don't worry. But it still really freaks me out. I don't like that the doors open as well, but I do like that we can hear the traffic outside. I think that's such a nice touch. Obviously none of the lights work. Everything's been impacted by the fire, so I'm just showing you some of the details of the house right now. Let's watch another event. I keep pausing. Right, let's watch another event. So we now go to the 6th event. So I am going to be watching them in linear order.
8:15. Location, landing.
I said there'd be no jump scare. That's not really a jump scare. It's just the clock. The clock still works. But I always forget that it does that. Apologies if that did make anyone jump, but it's not meant to be a jump scare. Right, we have a new character. So we've got Raquel.
That's the bathroom, and this is my bedroom.
Oh, what a nice view.
What a nice soundtrack.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello there. Just rubbed in a towel.
Who was that?
I have no idea.
Raquel, you have some explaining to do.
Oh, hi. I'm Raquel. You must be...
Jealous.
This is Linda, my sister.
So I guess she knows all your childhood secrets then.
Oh, I could
I
tell
didn't
a
want to
tale
spoil
or
it
two.
for you that
Leave
they're
them
brother
alone,
and sister.
you two.
That's what I meant
Spoil
when I said I
sport.
love their
We can
dynamic.
talk later. But now, I suppose I'd better go throw some clothes on.
Okay.
Bathroom stranger. Oh, look at the little dog on the windowsill. I love this. Oops, wrong button. I'm pressing all of the wrong buttons. But like, look, listen to the rain. I honestly love it so much. So what have we got? A summer ball in 2015 with all these bands playing. There's comedy, music, food and drink, and attractions. So Raquel's room is actually locked.
Ah, the ladies' boudoir is locked. A familiar feeling. Maybe there's a spare key lying around somewhere.
Now we know about that. So this is, I believe it's Ben and Jenny's room. So what have we got here? We've got another phone, an appointment reminder about an appointment. What appointment? Let's see what's in their wardrobes. A lot of white clothes, white dresses. Okay, I'm just going to open this bedside drawer because in here
Ah, room key.
there's a
43.
key.
Could be for the young lady's room next door.
Indeed-a-roo. So we collect the key. All the ID on the table as well. And I just wanted to quickly show you that obviously, and I've mentioned earlier, there's stuff around. So the door downstairs is locked and you need to try and find a combination to open it. The door to the garden is locked. You've got to find a key to unlock the back garden. And then there's this key here, which actually does open Raquel's room. Thought I'd give you that one.
Good. Good 43 Arcade. Now you can watch any events that took place in here.
I love this one. It's a very artsy room. Like, I don't know, kind of like bohemian artist vibes. I love it. I love the paintings. At least she did put like tarp down when she did her paintings. Try not to be messy when you're splattering paint everywhere. But, you know. So right, let's watch the next event now. So, we've watched Bathroom Stranger. Let's jump to the next event, which is event 7. So I'm just showing you quickly the hexagons at the top. So if I want to see all events with Linda in, it will highlight all of the ones that has Linda in, and Tom's ones, like ones where there's decisions. Raquel's ones, obviously we've only just met Raquel, so we can't really see many of them. Neil's ones, like about the post and everything. So if there's certain decisions you're trying to change, that's how you can highlight them. Oh, this freaks me out right here, right? You ready? I don't think anyone could have possibly predicted that that was going to happen. Except for me, of course I know. But, not what I was expecting. Very Toy Story. What is it, Sid? Like the kid next door who's got all the mangled toys. This would definitely be one of Sid's toys, I'm not gonna lie. Terrifying stuff right there. And another phone! So hey Raquel, need to know exactly how many pieces you'll be exhibiting. So she was going to be in an art exhibition. 8 pieces is agreed. That's going to be ready for Thursday. That's final installation day. Yes, just doing finishing touches. Okay, Professor, will do. Jeff dear, just call me Jeff. Let's see what other rooms we can get into. Oh yeah, this is Neil's room. I like the traffic signs everywhere, like the traffic control ahead sign, this sign, and there's actually, hello, Zool, it's a Zool poster. It's one of the other games we have published. I love that little Easter egg here in this game. One of the other games that Secret Mode has published. Another phone. So basically, you can see here, I'm really sorry about last night, I don't know what happened. Look, Neil, I like you and we had some fun. I don't need the drama. I'm not looking for a guy who thinks he needs to protect me. I'm sorry I had a bit too much to drink and I lost it. It won't happen again. Why do we meet up for a drink? It just me and you. No, you're not listening. I want you to leave me alone. But what happened at the party? We'll have to figure that out over the course of the game. So another letter. Hi love, it's your mum. I've tried ringing a few times, but I guess you've been busy, so I thought I'd be a bit old-fashioned and put pen to paper and write you a letter. I finally managed to shake off the cold I've had for almost 3 months. The doctor said it wasn't anything serious, but there was some sort of secondary infection, so he's had me on the antibiotics. I also had a few hot toddies before going to bed, and one or the other seems to have worked. Your dad's still pottering off down the allotment, or at least that's what he says. He thinks I can't smell the pints of bitter on his breath when he gets back. Silly man. Still, at least it keeps him quiet and lets me watch my soaps in peace. We missed you at Easter. The lamb was almost perfect, but with just the 2 of us, we were eating Bubble and Squeak. My favourite meal ever. For days afterwards. Still, with your exams coming up, I can understand why you'd want to take some time out. So there's this letter off his mum. I'm not going to read the entire thing. Because it doesn't help that I take ages to read things. Like, I'm so slow at reading things. One of his albums in his room. I always feel weird, like, going through and poking through their stuff. But, of course, that's what we're meant to do. Little gaming controllers. I love that. Right, so let's watch another event next. So, event.
Day 1.
In Neil's
Wednesday.
room.
8:26.
I'm already in the right place.
Location,
Look at that.
Neil's room.
So we do get to make a choice in this one. Let's play it.
So, how have you been?
Good. Yeah, we're pretty good.
Nice place. The landlord seems nice.
Yeah, it is. He's pretty cool. I mean, having a pool table in your basement is pretty awesome,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
So we can say how's uni, which is what she said, or we can say how is mum and dad? Because remember, they are actually brother and sister. I'm going to keep it with how's uni.
So, how's uni? It's maths you're doing?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the course is really good. It's hard in places, but it all makes sense in the end, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to change all of them.
It's great. It's like, I know it's not the real world, but it's like being a proper grown-up without all the crap bits. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with the crap bits.
Oh. Like with her
well, that'll be Ian.
partner and
Sorry,
child.
I've got to go to uni. I'll speak to you later.
Sure.
Yeah?
Later.
Oh, there's another sign there. Diverted traffic sign. Saved by the bell. By the doorbell. Literally. And then there is the bathroom. let's go to the medicine cabinet. Let's see what kind of tablets everyone was on. So Ben, you're on Aranapam. Or if that's how you say it, I have never heard of that in my life. The old little soap bar. You cannot flush the toilet though. Quite a nice bathroom, quite a nice little shower and stuff. Obviously everything looks all gross and rusty and run down, but remember there was a fire in this house. That is why it looks this way. And then Jenny has Halpazine, if that's also how you say that. I'm not even sure. But I love the outfits that they have in this game as well, like the dress that's hanging here. It's so pretty. So what we have yet another phone. I will let you read that if you would so wish, but I'm not going to read everything out. So, this is for Ben. On behalf of Doctors for All, I'm very pleased to offer you the volunteer doctor placement with us. We'd like you to start on the 13th of July 2015. Your initial posting will be in London. Once your training is complete, you will be assigned overseas. We are confident you'll be able to make a significant contribution. So he'd been accepted into this, but of course he never got to go or do his training because of the fire. And then in here, there is actually a postcard from one of Ben's friends who's been doing something similar. So sorry I haven't been in touch. As you can guess, mobile coverage is spotty. It's a wonderful project. Just what I imagined they'd be. Not all a bed of roses. Are you still up at St. Agnes near Manchester? That's one thing I really don't miss. The terrible Manchester weather. It's not long till my rotation is up, so I'll have to put up with it for a few weeks then. I'll drop you through an email when I'm back and we could meet up for a few pints. So this is one of his friends who's also a doctor who sent a postcard, and now Ben has actually been accepted to this Doctors for All, where he's going to have an overseas placement that of course he never got to do, which hurts my heart a little bit. It hurts my heart a little bit. So remember that Eternal Threads is actually out now today. It is out now on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch, and it's 75% off in this Cerebral Puzzle Showcase in Steam, on Steam at the moment as well. If you would like to give this game a check out yourself, I highly recommend it. I love decision making games, but then this isn't even just like decision making, it's altering decisions and timelines. It's all that timey-wimey space stuff, you know. Here's one of my favorite things.
Don't get any ideas about souvenirs, 43. Trust me. It just leads to a lot of shouting and lectures and so much paperwork.
But it's a fidget spinner. But it's so cool. I love it. I want the fidget spinner. Just a can there. Pew pew pew. TV remote. Let's watch one more event. Let's go to the next one.
Day 1.
So in the hallway.
Wednesday, 8:31. Location, hall.
Oh, so this is when Neil comes down to who Ant's basically the person who rang the door when he was talking to Linda. So this is what happened after the doorbell rang.
There you are. We're going to be late.
Sorry.
What are you doing up there? Or should that be who?
I was just talking
Oh, yeah.
to my sister.
Oh. Is she hot?
Don't even think about it or I'll hurt you.
Listen, you can try, yeah? But my granddad learned Kung Fu from Bruce Lee. And then he taught me.
Oh, Bruce Lee?
No, my granddad.
No, my granddad. Come on, we gotta go.
Okay.
I wish it was Bruce Lee. That would be so cool. Late for uni. So remember, if there are decisions that you want to change, you can do it 3 ways. You can watch the event all the way through and change the decision. You can click the events again and just skip right ahead to the part where you make the choice, where you make the decision, or you can do it directly here through the timeline now. So obviously I made it so that she asked him about university. We can change it right now to the alternative option. And we can see that the end result was Neil becomes evasive after Linda asks how their mum and dad are doing. So I'm going to keep it as the university. Then of course we can also see the
In a
I'll show
quiet
you.
moment together, Linda asked her
Synopsis.
brother Neil how he was doing at university. He told her that he was really enjoying it.
So you can see all the stuff at the bottom. So view event, change the event, report, which is what I just had. The influence lock, which will show you other events that are linked to this one. Obviously I don't have many at the moment unlocked. All these question marks are events that I haven't looked at yet or played yet. And then day shift. So this is the next day. That's the Friday. That's the Saturday. That's the Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The ever so anonymous, no, ominous conclusion event where we know at the moment they're all going to die, because I haven't really changed anything yet, but that's what we're aiming to do. That's what we're here for. And remember that there is all this stuff as well actually in the help menu if there's anything you don't understand or you want to know more about, like even what your objectives in the game are. It's very helpful. And you can run as well, which is useful. Not to run from things, don't worry, not that kind of game. Not horror. But that is going to have to be it for today. But thank you so much for joining me for some Eternal Threads. So just to let you know, again, it is available now, out now today on console, and it's going to be on. It is on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. And it is also, if you want it on Steam, 75% off in the Cerebral Puzzle Showcase. Go check that out. I love this showcase. I got so many games in it last year. It is such a good one. Go and check it out. It's got a lot of games that are very similar to this. And they also have like puzzle elements if you're into those kinds of games. I did get quite a few of those last year. But thank you for joining me. I hope you consider picking up Eternal Threads yourself. I hope I've showcased this well enough to you to influence you. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and have a good one. See you soon. Bye everyone.